6:43, a huge win for the Saints yesterday without Drew Brees. They gave the Seattle Seahawks their first home beating loss since 2010. They haven't lost at home since 2010. This morning, people are talking about the step-up performance by Teddy Bridgewater, Thomas Morstead, Alvin Kamara. There are so many standouts in that game. Ralph Marlborough, a columnist with WBLTV.com and host of Saints Happy Hour, is joining us from his mom's kitchen in Houston. First of all, it was an impressive game to watch. They were hitting on all 8 cylinders.
It was pretty impressive. The thing that struck me is I would like to think when the Saints were 35,000 feet in the air and flying home from Seattle that Sean Payton and Mickey Loomis saddled up next to each other, opened an adult beverage that they prefer, and gave a toast to each other and a nod about acquiring Teddy Bridgewater. Let's just say it. The Saints were right about Teddy Bridgewater. They invested a third-round pick in him. They make him the highest-paid backup, and they thought that he would be the guy that if Drew Brees got hurt, he could keep a season from going off the rails. And they were right. And it must be fantastic to know that your critics, at least for one game, were completely wrong.
Yeah.
If I was Sean Payton, Eric, I would have conducted that post-game press conference like I was Vince McMahon in a WrestleMania. I'd have had a bullhorn and a custom backdrop behind me that said, I was right. And Eric, as you know, if you can't be arrogant about being correct on huge decision, what's the point of living your life?
Well, that's why he's classy and you're not. But it was also, it's not just Bridgewater, it's Harris. Sean's been touting both of these guys, and they both delivered yesterday.
No, Eric, if you ask a question, how could the Saints win a football game when they got outgained by 250 yards? The answer would be, well, we'll just be spectacular on special teams.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just Harris running the pumpback. Thomas Moore said, whenever he goes into the Saints Hall of Fame, he should just have this game on a loop because he was fantastic. He had 4 punts down in the down inside the 20. This is the kind of game and punting that Bill Belichick will talk about gladly for 4 hours.
Oh yeah.
But it wasn't just Morstead. Kamara was so good. Eric, I felt like in the third quarter, Sean Payton just threw out his game plan and was like, we're just going to give the ball to Kamara every single play, and it's going to work out fine. I've run out of words to describe how great he looks. He's magical. And I'll tell you this.
You're not the only one. Jim Nantz and Tony Romo yesterday were sitting there watching him going, I don't know what to say. How does he do it?
I don't know what to say, but I'll tell you this. We talked about Morstead playing this game on a loop because he was great. Kamara next summer is just going to show these highlights to Mickey Loomis, and he's going to want all the money. If they have to pay Kamara $1 billion and rename St. Charles Avenue to make him be able to stay a Saint, I'm just going to say, do it. I have to have him on the Saints forever. I don't know what to say anymore. It's like he's a wizard, a magician, and a superhero all rolled into one.
You need to call Kamara and tell him you can be his agent if you can get him $1 billion in the street named after him.
Well, Eric, where would they have been yesterday without Kamara?
No.
He was everything.
Well, but it was, like I said, they were on all 8 cylinders. Everybody played to the max yesterday, and against a very good Seattle team.
Oh, Seattle is tremendous at home. And let's just say it was really nice for the Saints to finally play a football game where they won't be getting a letter of apology from the referees.
Yeah.
And it seemed like every call that the Saints needed went their way, right? The fumble stood, and it counted for a touchdown.
Yeah.
They had somebody for Seattle line up wrong. Will Lutz misses the field goal, but it's a penalty. They get a first down. They catch it in for a touchdown. It's just one of those things where when you're missing Drew Brees and you're playing on the road in the rain, you got to get these breaks to help you. And not only did they get the breaks, but it seemed like every break they got, they cashed in for a score.
All right, we're out of time, but what are you looking for with Dallas next week? It's going to be a tough game.
I'm looking for a difficult time. But remember, every week that the Saints remain in first place, that Drew Brees is gone, is a win. So it's fine, even if they can't defeat Dallas. They're in first place. So I would say it's going to be close, but Dallas is going to be a very, very difficult football game.
Yeah, well, we thought the same thing with Seattle, and we beat them. So we'll head on and welcome them into the Superdome and beat the pants off them.
There you go.
It knocked some of the bucks off what Jerry Jones got to pay Dak. All right, thank you, Ralph. We appreciate it. The Saints next up is against Dallas at home in the Dome. Kickoff, it's a late game, 7:20 in the Superdome. And remember, You can get all the latest updates on the Saints with our Bless You Boys app. It is free to download in your app store. Let's get over to Dave.